Hello, fans of OverPower, fans of 90s CCGs, fans of trading card games. I have my first package today from the Orange King Collectibles. Now, as far as I am aware, the Orange King Collectibles is the only place that you can get brand new OverPower cards right now, other than eBay. I'm sure you can buy them on eBay, and you can get them if you're part of the Kickstarter, which I was not, but if you're not part of the Kickstarter and you don't want to buy off eBay, I believe they're the only place to get them at this point. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments below. Now, I wanted to keep my personal information private, so I blocked it out here. And I started making a video, and I cut off the top, and I pulled out something that had my personal information on it. So I've restarted this video. So if you're wondering, well, how come you already opened it if this is an opening video? Well, that's why. So I've covered it up. So now there's a little note there that was written to me that is covered up. But we got an Orange King flyer, it looks like. Now available. Let's see, what's it say? First new licensed OP cards in 26 years. World Legends on the website. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Funded in 10 minutes. Man, incredible. Incredible that OverPower is back. It was absolutely the favorite game among my play group when I was in high school. I don't know if you've watched my last video or not, but it was the #1 game for our group. And I sold off my collection during the pandemic. It was such a stupid move to have sold my OverPower cards, but I did. And so now I'm in the process of rebuilding it. So this is my first order from the Orange King and the new OverPower cards. So here we go. I know what it is, but you guys don't know what it is. Ready? 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 Oh, they threw in an extra card. I didn't order that. They threw in a Captain Universe. What in a TY? Thank you, it says. Ho, nice. All right, there's what I ordered right there. Well, thank you, Orange King, for the extra card. So what I ordered was a set of the Any Power cards. Actually, 2 sets. So I should have 2 8s, 2 7s, 2 6s, 2 5s. And then they threw in Captain Universe, +1 to any special card that contains an icon. May not be combined with a 1 per deck special. Bonus counts towards damage and venture. Thank you, Orange King. So there we go. So if it's been a while for you, this is the way Any Power cards work. I have the official rules, the new comprehensive rule book pulled up on another screen. So I'll just read it to you here. It says, when an Any Power card hits a character, it has no effect on the Spectrum KO and only counts toward cumulative KO, even though it was declared a specific power type during the attack. So if you remember the game, which I'm assuming that some of you are either new to the game or don't remember it, there are character cards that look like this, and there are 4 powers: energy, fighting, strength, and intellect. Now there are power cards that have all 4 of these, and there are power cards that have just 1 of them. And then there are power cards like these that are any power. These characters can play, any character can play any power cards as long as they have at least 1 category that equals that number. So Gambit doesn't have any 7s or 8s, so he couldn't play either of those, but he could play these because he's got a couple 6s, so he could play the 6s or the 5. Storm has a 7, a 6, and a 5, so she could play these. A character like Thing or the new character Cthulhu could play some of these, the 8s, because they have an 8 in strength. In OverPower, if a character is hit with 20 damage, then they are killed, or knocked out, actually, in the game, knocked out. Or if they're hit with 3 different types of energy. So if Gambit had a 5 of energy, a 5 of fighting, and a 5 of strength, that would be considered a Spectrum KO. 3 colors is a spectrum in this game. It doesn't have to be all 4. But as I said, 5, 5, and 5, that's not 20, that's only 15, but since it's 3 different colors, he would be KO'd. These cards count as the number but no color. So they're interesting. They're sort of like a wild. Anybody can play them because it doesn't matter what color they have as long as they have a category with that number. But they only count toward the cumulative KO, the quest to get to 20, not the Spectrum KO. So they're very powerful because they're very versatile, but they're also a little bit limiting because they can't do the Spectrum KO. And I have found that when I'm playing Overpower, I do more Spectrum KOs than I do cumulative KOs. So anyway, these are interesting. They're powerful. I had the 6 any power that was from the DC expansion. Well, actually, I think it was from the Justice League of America expansion, the second DC expansion. At the time, it was a really rare card. I had that one. I had the 7 any power that I believe was it was either a Marvel card or an Image card. I can't remember. Or maybe there was one of each. I think I had the Marvel version. But those were a big deal. Those were rare when I was playing, hard to find. So it's awesome that the new set has made new ones. They're readily available. These were really inexpensive. They're brand new. They were only 50 cents a piece. I actually, after realizing how expensive the shipping was, I should have ordered more cards because they probably wouldn't have increased my shipping. But the shipping was shipped well. I mean, it came in a sleeve, it came in a hard top loader, and then a bubble mailer. So, and in a bag. So I appreciate all that because the cards you're getting are absolutely mint condition. So thank you, Orange King, for this excellent first order. Thank you for the bonus card. And I'm definitely going to be ordering more cards from Orange King, especially now that I know that they might insert a bonus. These cards feel great. They feel like playing cards. They're not quite as, they don't feel quite as thick as the old ones, but they're going to be great when I sleeve them up. You won't know the difference, and I really like the finish on these ones. So, all right, that's it. Let me know if you're ordering any new Overpower cards. Let me know where you're ordering your new Overpower cards from. And appreciate you watching. Until next time.